Here's something nobody tells beginners, and honestly, a lot of people who've been crocheting for years still don't fully get it. The projects that keep you crocheting long term are not the big, flashy, months long ones. They're the small, easy, done in one sitting ones. The ones where you finish, hold the thing in your hands, and think, I made that with my own two hands, out of a piece of string. That feeling is what keeps people coming back to the hook again and again. So today, I want to walk you through a bunch of crochet ideas that are actually easy. Not easy the way some patterns lie to you and call themselves easy when they secretly need 4 different stitches you've never heard of. Actually easy. Simple, fast, and satisfying using yarn you probably already have sitting in a bag somewhere in your house right now. Before we get into the list, let's talk about why so many people quit crochet before they even get good at it. Because if you understand this, you'll avoid the trap completely. Most beginners walk into a craft store, get excited, and buy way too much yarn for a project that's way too ambitious. They pick a pattern because it looks pretty in a photo, not because it matches what they can actually do yet. Then they sit down, get a few rows in, realize it's harder than it looked, and the excitement turns into frustration. And here's the part that really matters. Your brain needs small wins to stay motivated. If the reward, meaning the finished project, is weeks or months away, your brain has nothing to hold on to in the meantime. It just sees endless rows with no end in sight. That's why so many people have a bag of half-finished projects instead of a shelf of things they're proud of. The fix is simple. Start small. Finish things. Let your hands build the muscle memory before you throw a giant project at yourself. Every single person who crochets huge, impressive things right now started with something small and a little messy. They just didn't post that part. Nobody shows you their first wonky coaster or their first lumpy square. They only show you the finished blanket 3 years later, so it looks like they just skipped straight to the hard stuff. They didn't. They just didn't film the boring, easy beginning, which is exactly what we're doing today. One more thing before the list. You don't need fancy tools for any of this. A basic hook, a bit of yarn, and a pair of scissors is genuinely all it takes. You don't need a huge stash, you don't need the expensive yarn you saw someone using online, and you don't need to know every stitch that exists. Every single project on this list uses stitches most people learn in their very first week, mainly a chain, a single crochet, and a double crochet. That's it. If you already know those 3 stitches, you can make every single thing I'm about to walk you through. So let's get into it. First up, coasters. This is probably the easiest thing you can make with a hook, and it's also one of the most useful. You just need a small ball of yarn, any weight will do, but a medium weight yarn is easiest to work with when you're still learning, and a hook that matches it. All you're doing is single crochet in a spiral, or in rounds, working outward until the circle is about 4 inches across, then finishing it off. That's it. One coaster takes maybe 20 to 30 minutes once you get the hang of it. Make 6 of them in different colors, and you've got a full set for your kitchen table, or a gift that actually looks intentional, not like a rushed craft project. The mistake people make here is overthinking the shape. You don't need it perfectly round. A slightly wobbly coaster still holds a cup of coffee just fine, and honestly, it looks more handmade, which people love. And if you ever decide to sell anything you make, coasters are usually the first thing that sells because the cost to make one is almost nothing, and people are happy to pay for a handmade one. You can also mix 2 colors together for a marbled look, and it barely adds any extra time. Then there's the classic granny square, and I want you to really pay attention to this one because it's more powerful than people give it credit for. A granny square is just a small square made from rounds of double crochet stitches with little gaps built in for the pattern to show. On its own, one square takes maybe 15 to 20 minutes once you know the rhythm. It starts with a small ring in the middle, then you build outward in clusters of stitches with a turn at each corner, and every round just adds one more layer around the last one. The reason this one matters so much is what you can turn it into later, which I'll get to in a minute. For now, just know that this is one of the most beginner-friendly patterns that exists because the stitch count is forgiving. If you're off by 1 or 2 stitches in a round, it usually still works out fine, which is not something you can say about a lot of other patterns where one mistake early on throws off everything after it. Moving on, a market bag or produce bag. This one looks impressive when it's done, but it's honestly just a bigger, taller version of the coaster idea. You're working in rounds, increasing a bit at the base for a flat bottom, then working straight up in single or double crochet for the sides, and adding 2 straps at the end. It takes a bit longer, maybe 2 to 3 hours total, but you can do it over 2 or 3 sittings instead of one long one, so it never feels heavy or overwhelming. The nice thing about a market bag is that it actually replaces something people buy anyway, like a tote bag or a produce bag from the grocery store, so it feels useful the moment you finish it, not just decorative. Use cotton yarn if you can find it, since it holds shape better than acrylic when the bag has weight in it. Next, a small phone pouch or pencil case. Same idea as the coaster and the market bag, just worked flat instead of in a circle, then folded and stitched up the sides. You add a button or a bit of elastic to close it, and you're done. This is a great one for using medium-sized leftover yarn, and it makes a genuinely good gift because it feels personal and it's something people use constantly, multiple times a day. A lot of beginners skip this one because it sounds harder than it is, but once you've made one coaster and one scrunchie, you already know every single skill this one needs. Then we've got Amigurumi keychains, which is just a fancy word for a small crocheted stuffed shape. Think a tiny mushroom, a tiny heart, a tiny star, something small enough to fit in your palm. You crochet a small ball or shape in rounds, stuff it lightly with polyester filling or even scraps of yarn, close it up, and attach a key ring or a clip. These take about 30 to 45 minutes depending on the shape, and they're genuinely one of the most fun things to make because you get to watch a flat-looking piece of crochet suddenly turn into a little 3D object right in your hands. People love these as bag charms too, not just keychains, so if you ever want to sell anything, this is usually one of the first things that sells fast because it's small, cute, and affordable, and it fits in an envelope if you're shipping it. Another easy one, a simple headband or ear warmer. You crochet a long rectangle in double crochet, join the 2 short ends together, and that's it. No shaping, no counting rows for increases or decreases, just a straight strip. It's one of the fastest wearable items you can make, usually done in under an hour, and it's genuinely one of those things that looks way more complicated than it actually was to make, which feels great when someone asks where you bought it. Add a twist before you join the ends and you get that crisscross look without any extra stitches. Last one for the list, a plant hanger loop, which is basically a long chain or a simple braided strip of crochet cord used to hold a small plant pot. If you have a plant at home or even just a jar you use for something, this is a fun 5 to 10 minute project using thick yarn or cotton cord, and it instantly makes a plain room feel more put together. It's also a great project to practice your tension on, since a chain that's too tight or too loose will show immediately once it's holding weight. One more quick one before we get to the part that matters most. A bookmark. This might be the single fastest project on this entire list. It's just a thin strip of single crochet, maybe 6 inches long, with a little tassel added at the top by cutting a few short strands of yarn and tying them through. 10 minutes, start to finish, and if you actually read books, you'll use it constantly, which means every time you sit down to read, you get a little reminder that you make things with your hands. Now, here's the part I actually want you to remember more than any single project on that list. Go back to the granny square for a second. On its own, it's just a small square, but once you can make one granny square, you can make 2. And once you can make a bunch, you can join them together into literally anything. Join a few and you've got a coaster set. Join a strip of them and you've got a scarf. Join a bunch in a grid, and eventually, when you're ready, that same exact skill turns into the blanket you were trying to rush into at the very beginning of this video. The difference is you're building up to it in small, manageable pieces instead of committing to one giant project before you even know if you enjoy the process. That's the real secret behind almost every impressive crochet project you've ever seen online. It's rarely one huge effort finished in one go. It's usually a bunch of small, easy pieces made separately and joined together over time, and the person making it barely notices the size growing because each piece only took them 20 minutes.